Hello, this is David Gould, Sloane Toyota Philadelphia, bringing you the 2018 RAV4 LE. Just a quick description of the car we spoke about on the phone, and maybe a better idea of what would be involved with a mid-20s type of a purchase at the end of the cycle here, with the special rebates and discounts that are going on currently. We are in October of 2018 right now. For this car. When we're looking at the RAV4 is exceptionally utilitarian. Most of them will be all-wheel drive. There is a front wheel only, but it's pretty rare that we're going to see that. In the event that this car is a good match for you, we're going to try to do everything possible to get you into the one that's going to best meet your needs, including color. You can see there's a whole bunch of them out there for our choices of what's out there. So as we're walking along through the car, just to do a quick introduction, the part that I find right now to be the industry changing is going to be back behind the Toyota symbol here. There is radar, and up on the top right there, that's a camera. Those two features through our Toyota Safety Sense system, they're going to talk to each other and communicate with the computers of the car to be able to determine objects. For example, cars, even people out in front of the car, and in the event that it was estimating or seeing a crash, imminent crash, it would actually slam on the brakes for you. So in other words, as driving these cars, 2017, 2018 RAV4s with these features, the car would actually automatically slam on the brakes in the event that I stepped out in front of you on a dark, rainy night. You never saw me. This car would actually take action for you. So pretty neat feature out there. We're very, very excited about the new safety features coming with the cars. Now, besides that, the car's got a very advanced all-wheel drive system. During a nice day like today, the front wheels would be your power drive. It drives a front-wheel drive, so we're not burning gas. In the event that we get into a little bit slipperier weather, the front wheels start to spin, then it would actually transfer power proportionally, however much it was slipping, to the rear wheels, as long as the steering wheel was straight. In the event that the steering wheel was turned, I'm told from Toyota engineers, about 13 degrees, which is not very much. Say you're turning around on a ramp, you're on a ramp, and the wheels start to spin, it would actually go to side wheel drive. In other words, if we were going to the right, it would be the right side. If it was the left, it would be the left side. So think of how a skier or an ice skater leans into a turn really hard, and it actually makes it so that the left or the right digs in. That's the way this car does. It's also got ultra strength steel up through this very expensive but very strong stuff, twice the strength of a guardrail, up through the area here, the A pillar, down along through the bottom, up through the B pillar, down along through the bottom, and then through the C pillar, which makes for a very rigid passenger's area inside the car. I've got other videos out there showing RAV4s that have been hit very hard, and you'll see that the door's still open on the cars. The backs and fronts are smashed right off of them, and still you can open the doors. That's a huge advantage in the event of a real bad situation out there, to have that for you. Now, for the cars themselves, one of the biggest things I really like about the car, I mean, obviously it's a Toyota, it's going to be safe, it's going to start, it's going to do everything it's going to do, but then just from a practicality point of view, all the LEs, by the way, come with black interior. We just push a button right there, that drops down top. I'm going to the handle right here, that drops down here. And notice the way the seat goes down all the way flat, all right? That is a huge advantage in the car. The seat's very far back, so it's touching. Before, and in most of our competitors, you're going to see this. Well, when it does that, you lose the square footage here. So you can't put, say, a large item inside the car, because you're going to lose all the square inches to the front. That's a big, big advantage. And also notice it's a 60-40 split, so we can still put passenger in there and still put a lot of items through, or vice versa, 2 passengers and items through on the opposite side. You can hear how heavy it is right there. Probably can hear. Hopefully you can hear with the camera. I'm pulling or touching a little rubber. You can see the backup camera right there. And a little rubber switch underneath there, waterproof. And you see how, you know, for a small SUV, that's a ton of space out through the back. And I just know that with that much space, I about guarantee you, a horse blanket goes into this car right now, and I'm off with the lawnmower in the back, and away I'm going to be able to transport just about anything I want to do and not make too big of a mess on the inside of it. We have our side vortex mirror here. All right, it allows you to be able to see your blind spot, if you would, on a lesser expensive. Instead of spending hundreds of dollars to have a little light flashing in here, you can always see whatever you're looking for. Up on the inside, you can see your hand switches. The dashboard is very nice, and that uses a material that they call Softex right here. It's going to last a long time. It does a nice job. The inside, the fabric is very nice. It's very rugged. It'll hold up well. For what you're talking about, lifetime of a car. With our cars, we don't have the fading, we don't have the cracking in the dashboards. If you notice, even the dashboard itself is one piece all the way across there. When you have the multiple pieces of a dashboard, even though that makes it easier to put together, that is actually an area where you get creaking, you get noise, because, you know, the vinyl over all the years, the plastic over all the years will shrink, and then as it does that, you're going to get to, you know, just a little noise. As you're driving in the car. We're out a number of years from now, but Toyota won't have that. They actually use spring clips inside the doors, so there's always tension, so you don't get the rattles, you don't get the creaking. Airbags, there's 8 of them in here. They're actually integrated right up through the top. Knee airbag on the opposite side there, which if they're taller, that's a big value. And even in the airbag systems with the car, right there, you see where it says advanced airbags? Advanced airbags are Toyota's. It comes from Lexus. It's an airbag system that's going to blow off at the speed in which the accident's occurring. So what that means is that, particularly people that wear glasses, okay? If you have glasses, you might have only a little thumper accident. Say airbag, roughly, again, Toyota engineers, or on the internet, wherever I saw it, roughly 18 miles an hour is what it's going to take to set off that airbag. Well, that's really not that big of a hit. For these design cars, these cars could take a hit way more than that, right? And wouldn't really require the airbag, but that's when it's going to go off if it was a direct front end hit. In that case right there, even though the car would absorb most of it, the airbag with one setting, with one pressure setting, would come flying out of there like it's trying to catch you in a 55 or a 70 mile an hour accident, right? Well, that's going to smash your glasses right in your face, and, you know, in a little thumper accident, all of a sudden your glasses and the airbag cause more damage than the accident would have caused. Well, this is actually going to come out based on the speed. So if we're going slow, then it just kind of whoop, comes out a little bit, and then it proportionally comes out a little bit harder as the car goes up. Now, of course, if you're hitting full speed, it's coming out full speed. It's just like anybody else's airbag, but it's that lower deployment that is worth, I think it's worth its weight in gold, and especially if you're hugging that steering wheel, you're shorter, you're up against it, wearing glasses, you know, just not really looking forward to being punched in the face with an airbag for a little accident. Here's another one for you, a switch button for the 4x4, okay? Most of these cars do not have switches. You cannot turn the 4x4 on and off. With Toyota, you can do that with the car. It's a nice feature to have. Now you say, why would you turn it on, or why would you turn it off? But let's say, why would you turn it on? Maybe you're, these vehicles, people use them for fun. So let's just say you were towing some jet skis, and you're on a slippery ramp down by the river. Well, as you go to accelerate, you don't want to wait for the front wheels to spin to kick on the all-wheel drive, right? Let's say your development is not, or your street is not plowed, and you want it to be able to get out of through the snow or take off through it. You won't want to wait for the front wheels to spin to kick on the all-wheel drive. You want to have it instantly in all-wheel drive. That's when you would push the button, okay? There's going to be a ton more features going on inside this car. I very much would look forward to one of our professionals or myself going over it with you when you get down to the lot. My name is David Gould. I'm one of the new car sales managers down here at Sloane Toyota, Philadelphia, okay? It's the side of the building, but that's Cottman Avenue. Out in front there, you can see we have lots of the 2018 still available. This is the last of the group that are going to give you that big $3,000 cash rebate on the gas models. $2,500 on rebates right now for the hybrid models. There are some special interest rates, but between you and me, interest rates have gone up 3 times this year, with a 4th time being announced about last week. So right now, we could probably do better, I'd say for 99% of the public, with the rebate and taking standard rates. In other words, we're going to go out to your bank or one of our banks, not through Toyota, and we're going to grab that rebate money, and we're going to get you a better discount by doing that than taking Toyota's maybe special rate, which won't come up with, for example, the $2,500 or $3,000 worth of interest savings compared to standard rate. Again, a lot of stuff, too much stuff maybe for this video at this time, but I want you to feel comfortable that this is the right place to come to, and this is the right car for you. Once again, David Gould, Sloane Toyota, Philadelphia. We're looking forward to meeting with you down here on the lot. Contact information will be available around this video.